Good day, students! Welcome to our Quarter 3, Week 5. Our topic is solving corresponding parts of congruent triangles. By the way, my name is Ma'am Veronica Joyce M. Orlanes, your Grade 8 Math teacher. Objectives. First, solve problems involving corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Second, develop a positive attitude towards work. In solving problems involving corresponding parts of the congruent triangles, you must always remember that when you have two congruent triangles, that means that the corresponding sides and the corresponding angles are congruent. Given these two triangles, let us find out the corresponding sides and corresponding angles. We have triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Let us find out the corresponding sides. First, we have side AB is congruent to side DE, and side BC is congruent to side EF, and side AC is congruent to side BF. Corresponding angles. Angle A is congruent to angle B. Angle B is congruent to angle E, and angle C is congruent to angle F.
Given triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, the measure of angle A is equal to 60 degrees and the measure of angle E is equal to 75 degrees. Find the measure of the other angles of the two triangles. So we have triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Based on our given, the measure of angle A is equal to 60 degrees and the measure of angle E is 75 degrees. Let's find out the measure of the other angles. As we know, angle A is congruent or equal to angle D. So therefore, the measure of angle D is 60 degrees. And angle E is congruent to angle B. So therefore, the measure of angle B is 75 degrees. Now, let us find out the measure of angle C and angle F. We're going to find the measure of angle C and angle F using triangle sum theorem. Angle C plus the measure of angle A, which is 60 degrees, plus the measure of angle B, which is 75 degrees, is equal to 180 degrees because the sum of each triangle is equal to 180 degrees. 60 plus 75 is equal to 135 degrees. Let's solve for the value of angle C using addition property of equality or APE. The opposite of positive 135 degrees is negative 135 degrees. So we're going to add negative 135 degrees in the both sides of the equation. Now, 135 minus 135 is equal to 0. So we will have angle C. On the right side, 180 degrees plus the quantity of negative 135 degrees. So since unlike sign, we're going to subtract. 180 minus 135 is equal to 45 degrees. Therefore, the measure of angle C is 45 degrees. And since angle C is congruent to angle F, the measure of angle F is equal to 45 degrees. Next example. Given that angle ABC is equal to the quantity of 2x plus 20 degrees, angle DEF is equal to 65 degrees, and angle FDE is equal to 75 degrees, find the value of x. These are the triangles ABC and triangle DEF. Now, the measure of angle ABC is 2x plus 20 degrees. How can we find out the location of angle ABC? Look at the middle letter of the given angle, so that is letter B. It is also called angle B. So therefore, angle B is the quantity of 2x plus 20 degrees. Next is angle DEF is equal to 65 degrees. The middle letter is letter E, so that is angle E is 65 degrees. Next one is angle FDE. The middle letter is letter D, or the vertex D is equal to 75 degrees, so that will become 75 degrees. So as we know, angle D is the corresponding angle of angle A. So meaning angle A is 75 degrees. Next one, angle E is the corresponding angle of angle C. So that is 65 degrees. And lastly, angle B is the corresponding angle of angle F. So therefore, they have the same measurement, the quantity of 2x plus 20 degrees. Let us now find out the value of x by the use of triangle sum theorem or the third angle theorem. So it will become 75 degrees plus 65 degrees plus the quantity of 2x plus 20 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Just add all the given degrees on the left sides of the given equation, so that will become 2x plus 160 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Again, let us use the APE or the addition property of equality. It will become 2x plus 160 degrees plus the opposite of positive 160 is negative 160. Then, it will become 2x is equal to 20 degrees. Let us use MPE, or you can just divide both sides of the equation to 2 to get the value of x. That will become x is equal to 10 degrees. The two triangles are taken from the triangle formed from the gazebo of Crystal Air subdivision in San Francisco, General Trias City, Cavite. It is said that the roof is perfectly designed with 6 congruent triangles. With the measurements given, find the perimeter of one triangle. But before that, this is the gazebo of Crystal Air subdivision. These are the two congruent triangles taken from the gazebo of the subdivision of Crystal Air. So we have triangle JOY and triangle KID. Side JY measures 12 and side OY is 6x. Next, we have 5x minus 8 for side KP and 24 for side ID. We need to find the value of x so we can find the perimeter later. Now, we know that side OY is the corresponding sides or congruent to side ID. So that is 6x is equal to 24. You can use MPE or the multiplication property of equality to get the value of x. You can also use the shortcut method, which is divide both sides of the equation with the number beside letter x. So you can divide both sides by 6. But in the proper way, we should have the MPE. Multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 6 over 1, which is 1 over 6. And then you will get x is equal to 4. Next one is 5x minus 8 is congruent, or the corresponding side is side JY. So that is equal to 12. And then let us use APE or addition property of equality. The opposite of negative 8 is positive 8. So add both sides of the equation with positive 8 or simply 8. Then it will become 5x is equal to 20. Same procedure a while ago, multiply both sides of the equation with a reciprocal of 5 over 1, which is 1 over 5. Or again, you can use the shortcut method. It will become x is equal to 4. Based on the value of x, we can now get the perimeter. But we can also use this one, the properties of isosceles triangle. So we know that side OY is the corresponding side of ID or congruent to side ID. So since this is an isosceles triangle, side IK is equivalent to side ID, and side OY is also equal or congruent to side OJ or side JO, meaning they are all 24 because they are an isosceles triangle. Now, since side JY is the corresponding side or congruent to side KD, meaning side KD is equal to 12 also. With the use of this, we can now find the perimeter How can we find the perimeter of a triangle? Just add all the given measure of the given sides. Now, that will become 24 plus 24 because that is an isosceles triangle plus the base which is 12. So the total of 60 units. Therefore, our perimeter is 60 units.
Thank you for listening and happy learning.